Hello friends, welcome to our YouTube channel Code Genius. This is Farog and today I am going to explain bindings in Angular. So friends, what is data binding in Angular and how to implement in Angular application? Basically data binding is the mechanism that binds the user input data to the model. User will be able to manipulate the elements present on the website using the data binding. Therefore, whenever some data has been changed at a user interface, that data must be reflected in the model. Data binding having interaction between the component and the. So there are two types of data bindings in Angular: one-way data binding and two-way data binding. So what is the one-way data binding? In one-way data binding, there are three to achieve one-way data binding in Angular: interpolation or string interpolation, property binding, event binding. Let's start one by one. What is the interpolation or string interpolation binding? Let's see practically what is interpolation or string interpolation binding. This is the dot case. Any variable you have defined in app component TS. Suppose we have defined the student name. Okay, and we have to implement that variable in our HTML page student name. Okay, so this is the one way binding. We have initialize the value its name Raju Baba. So once we will implement and execute the application, we will see the output here. Yes, so code has been compiled. You can see the output. Yes. So hello, Mr. Raju Baba. So this is only the displaying on the HTML side. So this is called one-way binding. Interpolation or string interpolation is a part of the one-way binding. So let's see another one, that is property binding. Okay friends, so let me do practically and show you how property binding will work. In property binding, we just set the property of control. Suppose we have defined the image URL in the app component, and in HTML we are using the img command, img control to showing the image. Okay, so here we are setting the src is required. The src means the path of the image so that it can display the image. So here we are showing the src is equal to image url. This is the property we are setting the property. So image url, we have a variable in the app components. Okay, so let me compile and execute the code so that we can see the output in browser. Friends, code has been compiled. So let me see the output. Yeah, so this is the image in img control. It is set the image url. Okay, so this is the property binding. This is a part of the one way binding. Okay, let me see the another one. The third one is event binding of one way binding. Okay, so let me show you the event binding in practically. Okay, so this is the event binding. Here this is button control, and on click we are calling the submit method. Okay, so let me show you the submit. But yeah, this is the submit method, and it will show you alert like event binding works. So let me save and compile the code and see the output. Okay. Okay, so code has been compiled. Let's see the output in browser. Event binding, and this is the button. On click event, we are calling the submit method. Okay, so let me click. Okay, so event binding working. We are showing the message, alert message on the click event. Okay, so this is working perfect. Another one is the two-way binding. Okay, so one-way binding has been finished. Let me explain the two-way binding, how two-way binding is work in Angular. So friend, the two-way binding in Angular allowed two-way data binding that allow your available data in two directions from the component and vice versa. Change user made any change on the UI side, so it must be update the model in component. So this is very useful whenever we need to update the data from the UI to model. Let me show you in practical how two-way binding is works. Suppose this is the variable or model, any model you can define over here. So suppose this is the variable, and we have set the company name Code Genius, and we are implementing on the HTML side your company name. Okay, company name, that is company name. Okay, so first time it will display the company name Code Genius on both place. So this is the rule. So any changes you made on the text box, this will be update on time. So let me show you, execute the code and show you on browser. Code has been compiled successfully. So let me see the output on the browser. Yes, so two-way binding in Code Genius. This is the default name of the company. So both side it is showing the Code Genius. So let me get Code Genius Institute of Logic. Guys, you can see this fields is also updating on time. Okay, so any changes you made, it will be updated. So this is called the two-way binding. It means whatever user is input in text box, it is updating on the model side as well. So guys, so this is the bindings in Angular. There are two types of binding. We have saw here, one way data binding and two-way data binding. Hope this is useful for you. So do yourself, do homework, and subscribe to my channel. Subscribe, like the channel. Thanks for watching.